Peter Biondo and Kyle Seifel brought their Spring Fling brand back to Las Vegas for the 5th year in 2018. The K&N Air Filters Spring Fling Million, presented by Optima batteries, featured more cars, more prizes, and more money for the taking than ever before. Racing action began on Tuesday, April 17th with the Yukon Gear and Axle Test and Tune session, plus the American Race Cars and Brando Custom Paint Dragster Shootout. For the quarterfinals, James Warden defeated Kevin Heffington, Lori Warden took out Jeremy Rapp, Trevor Larson red-lit to advance John Lobner. For the semis, Lori Warden earned the bye while James Warden took down Lobner. That set up the final of husband and wife to find out whom would win the new dragster. In the end, it was Lori who walked away the victor. Maytag Silver State Refrigeration continued their sponsorship of Wednesday's event, which began bright and early. New for 2018 was the increases in purse money. The winner's share on Wednesday was $30,000, and 439 machines answered the call for round 1. In the quarterfinals, Jack Sadler red-lit to advance Bradley Johnson, Dom Mazier took down George Lewis, Buddy Farrell sped past Peeps Pennington, and Marco Paravalaris won against Andy Schmall. For the semis, it was 3 dragsters and 1 door car as Paravalaris lined up with Johnson.
And both of them battling it out for the opportunity to come back and take on either Buddy or Don. As we're going to whittle this thing down to just 2 left. No split, 30 grand, intact, on the line. Light up the scoreboard, you're into the finals. If not, you're still going to get that round money. And we're talking $1,500. So you're talking about, oh my. You're talking about a huge swing based on 0.02 of a second.
And Mazier took on Farrell.
Get Marco. That part we know. Buddy the dragster, Don the door car, 447 to a 497, and again, the door car doing the chasing. As Don in the Cobalt gets that pre-stage bulb lit up. Going to be an all dragster affair, or do we get a door car that sneaks its way in there? 97 to a 47. 1 bulb the difference. Head start to Buddy. Buddy's in trouble. Oh. Don Mazier, 451 on a 447, 13 green, and moves on to the final round to take on Marco Paravalaris.
For the $30,000 on Maytag Silver State Refrigeration Wednesday, it came down to Paravalaris and Mazier.
Enterprises team, where they make those essentially unbreakable, non-destroyable water pumps, fuel pumps, and all of the good stuff that the Mazier folks do. Don bringing out his green-powered 598 cubic inch 2009 Cobalt, kind of the top sportsman edition. Marco Paravalaris, the dragster dialed at 463, and yet again, it's going to be the door car doing the chasing, as Marco will be leaving first. So with Marco on the left, Don on the right, game on for $30,000. What a cool way to wrap up day number 1. Dragster versus door car in the Super Pro, or in the event final. Pre-stage bulbs are lit. Marco goes ahead and tickles on the bottom half of the LEDs. Don joins him. Off goes the tree, and we got a couple of green lights. 4 thousandths of a second separate the two in reaction time. Marco Peravalaris, 19th thou on the bulb, taking a 2 thou stripe and goes 4.64. On the 4.63 to pick up the win here is Don Mazier, 4.49 on a 4.47 after he was 15th thou in reaction time. So that 4 thousandths of a second difference on the tree came down to 2 thousandths at the stripe.
Thursday's racing action was sponsored by RacePack and featured another $30,000 bounty. For the quarterfinals, Al Quigley, Luke Bogacki, and Lane Dickin remained, with Dickin receiving the bye for the semis. That meant Bogacki and Quigley squared off for the right to compete for the $30,000 top prize.
So the pre-stage and stage bulbs are lit. Luke on the right, Al on the left. Will it be the door car of the dragster racing off for $30,000. Advantage on the starting line went to Luke, and it's going to be Luke. 4.68 on a 4.66. He was 11th thou in reaction time. Got to the stripe first by 1.
For the final on RacePack Thursday, it was Dickin and Bogacki. Bogacki took home the big money again. Once again, the Strip at Las Vegas Motor Speedway hosted one of the largest bracket races in the world, as $1 Million Friday was once again held at the pristine facility in the desert. Before the run for the big money, which was sponsored by Maytag Silver State Refrigeration, the Brodex run for the $50,000 took place. If any driver could make a perfect run, they would get the $50,000. Mikey Bloomfield came closest with a 002 package and won the SR20 heads from Brodex. 260 machines made the call for round one in the chase for the big money. J.R. Lobner continued his strong week by advancing 2 entries into the quarterfinals. Lobner received the bye for 1 entry, while his second entry was defeated by Randall Reed. Aaron Kennard and Dylan Stout also advanced. In the semis, it was Stott and Reed up first.
Dylan Scott going to be doing the chase, and again, it's all down to this. Pre-stage bulbs are lit. Randall going to be the first one to roll in and light the bottom bulb. Dylan Stott, who has just been, oh no, Dylan dropped it red, 1 thou.
Lobner then took on Kennard.
His way into the final here against J.R. Lobner. .484 to a 4.45. Aaron on the right side, JR on the left. Tree starts dropping right now. J.R. Lobner is in control of this one. He was 007 on the tree and 1 above, taking 27 thousandths on the stripe.
For the final and the life-changing money, it was an all-Texas matchup as Lobner and Reed squared off.
At 583 cubic inches for J.R. Lobner, the Gardner, Kansas-based car. 2 racers coming from the middle part of the country. 484 is on the scoreboard. J.R. will watch his side of the tree drop. Meta and Carolyn taking their spots down there. Showgirls, where do you get showgirls on the starting line other than Las Vegas, when one of the biggest races in the country has come down to 2 drivers? Then it's game on. So JR's got the left lane. Randall Reed's got the right lane. There are 2 pre-stage bulbs lit on the tree. JR's the first one to roll in and light it up. Drop the tree, let's go. 4 thousandths of a second, the difference between the 2 in reaction time, and Randall Reed, they go nuts on the starting line. 008 taking 8 thou at the stripe to be exactly 1 above. And JR was 12 green, 14 thou over, 485 on the 484. Randall Reed The celebration ensues for the team out of Iowa Park, Texas.
Reed enjoyed being the third champion of this famed event and spent an evening in the luxury at the Cosmopolitan Downtown Suite. For the rest of the racers on site, FTI Saturday gave them one more shot at scoring some cash. Quarterfinal action saw Brian Cerruti defeating Gary Williams, Vinny Domino besting Logan War, and Ryan McClanahan took a bye. For the semis, Cerruti scored the bye while Domino and McClanahan lined up.
On Saturday night, waited around to race for the big money. He'll take on one of these two. McClanahan, again, the California-based car. Super stocker when he's not got a box in it. Over the past 2 weekends, he's been racing it here at a national event, a divisional event, and as Pete said, popped the box in just so he could run this event. It's all culminating right here. Vinny Domino made the trek all the way out here. I know the Dominos are going to be making the trek down to Michelada as well. We're in on the rain. Wow! Pulled it off. Ryan McClanahan breaks out 1,000th of a second. Are you kidding me? No. It's like, you're going to bump. You're going to go over here. I'm going to take this one. Cerruti's been in both lanes. We saw him take that last pass, be dead on in the semifinals on a solo shot. We know he's been dead on a couple of times going down the right side of the racetrack. And now, I really think both drivers, based on the dials, based on where they're at, I think it's going to come down to the bolt.
Yeah, and you know what? Cerruti has been teeing off the bottom bolt the last 3 hits. Big Ben has been hitting the tree well all night, but the last round, he had an uncharacteristic late 040. I'm going to make a prediction. Cerruti's going to be good, and Big Ben is going to be good. Big Ben will not miss the tree twice in a row.
But we'll find out. And yeah, AJ, real quick, as they get them lined up, I agree with you. Big shout out to Sean before we wrap things up. 650 is the dial-in as Cerruti starts to bump it into the bulb. Big Ben Domino, 473. Tree drops. Waiting on the reaction back.
Wow. The dragster with the 38th hour reaction time advantage, and what did I tell you? He will not miss the tree twice in a row. Big Ben, the money round, the money shot, 007, 474 and a 473.
Another year has come and gone, and with it, another K&N Spring Fling Million presented by Optima batteries is in the books. When the dust settled, Peter and Kyle paid out over $571,000 in prize money, gave out over $60,000 in manufacturer products, and welcomed over 440 machines to the grounds at the Strip at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The two promoters wish to thank all of the competitors, officials, partners, and support staff for making 2018 another memorable event, and look forward to seeing everyone once again in 2019.